Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? How did it do? This video is going to be for any of the collective that is feeling the pressure of the shutdown right now. Okay, I felt like I needed to do some type of higher message, so I'm calling on Tahuti to give us a little bit more clarity on what's going on and any type of supportive guidance or messages to assist those, a lot of us, on what's going on and how to move forward because of what's going on with this governmental shutdown. All right, I feel a lot of anxiety. I feel a lot of fear, a lot of I don't know what's next energy. So this message is going to be dedicated to you. So I truly hope that you find something from this. Guiding angels, guardian angels, cosmic family, allow me to channel the clearest divine guidance, instructions, and messages for the collective that is feeling this pressure and that needs a little bit more clarity on their journey. All right, I say any other negative energy or entity must be released. I'm so sorry if that affected your ear. I should have probably given you a warning. All right, let's get to it. What are the guidance, the messages? Hold on. Please and thank you. Give us the right guidance and messages that we need during this time. I'm going to pull 7. 7 is divine knowledge, right? 7 is a number of completion sometimes to me, endings, and just higher wisdom, higher divine wisdom and knowledge. So let's see. 2 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. Ooh. And then we're going to pull some Book of Doors with the Hermit and the Lovers. But the Hermit fell in the reverse. All right, automatically, this is giving me find others that you can collaborate with during this time. If you're feeling like you can't figure out certain things, what's about to happen, you're panicking, you're anxious, government shutdown you don't know what you're doing with work, you don't know what you're doing with money, you don't know what you're going to do with food. A lot of you have children. There's just a lot going on. You don't know how you're going to pay your rent, your mortgage, whatever. I'm seeing to build a community, develop a community, find people that you can collaborate with, find people that can be supportive to your journey right now. With the Hermit in the reverse, upright, to me, the Hermit is like going within, right? But out, I feel like come outside, connect with people, collaborate with people, choose higher level connections, people that are in alignment with you, that wants to work together, not just manipulate or use you. So big emphasis right now from that energy of saying, hey, you can collaborate with others. This is also saying, because I feel like the government did a great job at keeping everybody, in the energy of selfishness, in the energy of codependency on society, on the government, on the changes, on jobs, where a lot of us has lost, I just saw a butterfly, has lost the ability to transform and transcend that codependency, where we could create interdependent relationships. Find interdependent relationships where you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table, because it's going to be very supportive for you right now, instead of you being in panic and feeling like you're alone. I'm also feeling like you're not alone. You're not alone. There's people that you can collaborate with. I knew a few people in Brooklyn when I was there that was growing fruits and vegetables in their backyard. Find those people and see what you can offer them and work with them. Okay. Yeah. 3 of Wands. Some of you may be looking to move, right? Like you're like, I can't do this. Like you're looking to move. Yeah. Because you're starting to see your worth. You're starting to see your energy. You're starting to see that you're the one that gets to create the definition of success. How much money that this company thinks you deserve, after how many hours that you've put in, after how much energy that you've put in, after how much of your ideas, your late nights that you put in, you could put all of that towards yourself. So releasing codependency, I'm seeing self-sufficiency, working on yourself for self-sufficiency. That's something that I always wanted, that I always knew that I had to eventually get to. when I first went through my awakening, and I just didn't know how. And I felt like, I was just in a different awareness at the time. I wasn't fully living consciously, but now that I am, and I continue to, it's a battle. It's a battle every day, but you choose to, right? There's a difference between living unconsciously or choosing to live unconsciously or choosing to live consciously. And I feel like you're awakened right now. This is also representing of the third eye. So you're paying attention to your vision. You're paying attention to wanting to do something different for yourself. So if you're thinking about moving forward, I feel like self-value and self-worth is very big. And that's what's igniting to everyone right now, to realizing, hey, the choices that you want to make in your life is going to come from you realizing that you are worthy of making those choices and you can make those choices. Okay, release any type of fear because of codependency that the government did a great job in cultivating into people. Yeah, Two of Wands. Feeling stuck, this fell in the reverse, but now you're just moving forward. Okay, and in the three from the two minus the three is giving me Ace of Wands. It's giving me one wands, which is finding things that you're passionate about to do. And I always say this, everybody always used to, want to get money and do this. Is nothing wrong with money. I love money. Money loves me. Money loves to come to me. I attract money all the time. But I realize also that it's not necessarily the money that you need, because as you know, you're not going to transition with that money or your body. Okay, you're not going to be able to take all those Louis Vuittons and all of these bags and shoes and all of this clout chasing that you cover yourself with. You and those things, and your body is going to leave all, you're going to have to, your soul is going to leave all those things behind. But what you do need is not need, but you want the money for things. You want the money for stability. You want the money for home. You want the money for food. You want the money. You understand? So I feel like now go after the things that you're passionate about. I feel like our passions is starting to be ignited within us. So people are starting to feel like, you know what, I always wanted to go back to Trinidad. I always wanted to go, visit China or Tokyo. I always wanted to go do something different, go to Africa. I always wanted to go back to Haiti. I always wanted to, those thoughts may be coming up, and I feel like it's supported. I feel like, you know, do what you can with what you have, and then collaborate with others around you as well. You don't have to do it alone. If you feel like you only got $3,000 to your name, you book your ticket. Now you only have $1,000 to your name. I feel like before you go, try to find a way to ground yourself for at least a year or 2 years. Find the most affordable rent that you can pay for the year. Most countries outside of the States allow you to pay for the year, and that allows you to at least be free for a minute, to not be in panic mode of always needing to find something to pay the rent or the mortgage every month. You can actually calm down your nervous system and think outside the box. Think about things that you're passionate about. I always wanted to crochet. I always wanted to start making clothes. I always wanted to build a farm. Now is the time to do that. Or now is the time to at least start to listen to your heart, listen to your soul's desire. Yeah, to have the strength, to have the courage to actually battle those emotional insecurities that you feel within yourself, that maybe you fear that you can't do it. A lot of courage. You're going to need a lot of courage to progressively move towards something new, so you can stop repeating a cycle and know who you are. Empress energy. Empress is someone who's a nurturer. I always consider the Empress the earth energy. You plant healthy seeds in healthy Mama Earth, you're going to get some healthy fruit, right? You are Mama Earth. You are the nurturing energy. Whatever you put into your body, into your mind, that's what you're going to create. You're going to create. And unfortunately, again, you know, they've done a great job at making you being fearful. So we're releasing those fears now. We're releasing a lot of those fears so we could step into our power. We could step into our gifts, our divine gifts. That is confirmation. That is meant to make a way for us. And I'm telling you, success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Still to this day, from when I first read it from Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite definitions of success. Even then, you still want to create your own definition of success. I just found that that was always my definition of success, but he put it in the words that I wasn't aware of putting it together like that before. It flows poetically for me. I'm like, that's exactly, he expressed verbally, he used that Tahuti energy to express verbally what I was thinking, the light that was already within. And I had it ever since. So if you wanted to be a farmer and you go and you create a farm, you're a success. Don't let society dictate if you're a success or not. Don't let, oh, if you have money and you have this, I can't tell you how many people, how many men decided to choose another woman over me because their definition of success was what I did not uphold. You know, I'm not gonna say that because that's gonna be real cocky, but I'm sure a lot of people realize they made a mistake. Okay, and maybe not. Maybe not necessarily a mistake. It's everything is just feedback. It just lets you know where you are, right? You're either on this polarity or you're on that one. That's all. You either want to be here or you want to be there. That's all. No judgment. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, knowing that you are worthy of prosperity, knowing that you are worthy of being successful. You could be a successful entrepreneur with whatever you're creating and still tend to your family, still tend to the things that you're planting, still tend to your husband, your wife, your children, your farm, your heart. I feel like that energy is the gift. But if you've been putting it out to what society deems as successful, you're going to panic when they pull that away from you. I've always been an advocate for, not being with anything or anyone that feels like they have control over you. At least, at first, maybe you don't see it, but then when you see it, you're like, oh, hell no. Like, you're not going to have control over me. I don't care. Like, God is going to find a way. The generator, observer, and destroyer within me is going to find a way. I'm going to ask, I'm going to seek, and I will find. Okay? Period. So you need to know who you are. Yeah, you need to know who you are, releasing from toxic energies that are addictive on your energy, on your emotions. They want you to feel bound. They want you to feel like you can't go anywhere. You depend on me, and I could easily take this away from you whenever I want to. And this is what you're walking away from. Yeah. King of Wands. King of Wands is all about taking leadership, taking action in your own life. Listening to the king. What I like about the King of Wands too is not someone that's just magnetically attractive and is a great leader and people go to him for advice. And it's not gender specific, but what I love about the King of Wands is that he listens to his intuition. He listens to the things that he's passionate about. He's not the Knight of Wands, where the Knight of Wands is just impulsive. No, he's the king. He's learned some structure. He's learned some balance. He's just passionate about where he wants to take his life, and he's soul led. That's what I like about the King of Wands. He's soul led, very independent. Yeah, take a leap of faith with the Fool card. I love how these cards are just coming out. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. You're not running away. You're not losing out on anything. Don't feel like you won't have anything. No, that's how the energy wants you to feel, because you're codependent on them. You're codependent on you trusting in yourself. You're codependent on trusting in your choices and decisions. You're codependent on money. You're codependent on food. And even with money, there's nothing wrong with asking for assistance. But at this point, even in my life, I realized I had to be in alignment with the people that I ask assistance from, because there's people that you would ask and they'll use that against you. So there's nothing wrong with asking. You probably want to work around releasing shame or guilt or embarrassment for asking, but there's nothing wrong with asking for assistance from the right people. The people who's not going to hold it against your head, the people who's just going to give it to you and be like, look, if you need again, let me know. And they're not going to try to be like, yeah, she be asking me for money and shit and da da da. Oh yeah, he ain't got it like that. He's like, you know who those people are. You will feel it. And that's including the government, your job, that's in all of that. You ask for a raise and they're like, oh, they can't give you a raise, or they give you 50-cent raise, $1 raise. Like, that's really going to do something. No, this is asking to know your worth, know who you are, know what you can create off of your energy. Because to be honest with you, and our ancestors, America would not be where it is without our ancestors, bones, sweat, and blood, literally. Okay. So imagine the upheaval and the uproar from your ancestors. That is also in your blood, by the way. That anxiousness is not just of what's going on today. That's also from what happened in the past, if you resonate with that. right? And it feeling like, oh, it's happening again. I'm like, what's going to happen? Where, that's just modern day slavery reacting in your blood, in your nervous system right now. And they never had a chance. Some of them did, but they never really had a chance to create something for themselves because, to be honest, like without them, all of these businesses in America wouldn't be where it was without the slavery, without the blood, the sweat, the tears, the overworking, without there's so many inventions that came out, and it's now you're starting to see who actually really invented those things. They were buried. So that energy is trying to live through you, and you get to honor that. Okay? What's this? Nine of Wands. Yeah, just feeling guarded, feeling scared. You could definitely be resilient, but you're resilient to move forward because you're kind of like, you're tired. You're tired. You're drained. Look at him. He got a wrap around his head and like he's tired. He's like, man, how many battles do I have to fight? How long do I have to keep doing this so I could be peaceful, so I could feel at peace? This is the energy that you're walking away from. Yeah. And now with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is saying, bet on yourself. Learn something new. Try something new. You've been at that job for 20 years, 30 years, 10 years. Try to do something new. What's something that you always wanted to do? Try it. Have fun with it. What else? And nine is completions. Nine is completions with doing everything for everyone, right? But you're not getting anywhere. After the nine is the 10. 10 of Wands, that's it. And this falls on the Two of Wands in the reverse. So that's giving me Seven of Wands energy, which is protection. I feel like your ancestors, your guides, I feel like you're protected once you go and do what it is that your heart truly desires during this time. You're protected. That is protected. It might take a little bit of time to develop and to grow, but I feel like it's just been sitting on the table. I'm over here talking. I feel like it's going to bring you the success that you need, but you just have to have a little bit more faith in yourself. Have faith that your ancestors, they've done so much for you, and it's not necessarily anything other than right now for you to create and open up doors and new opportunities through your own heart's desires, through your own passion. Your soul wants to express itself, so that the joy that you want to feel, the peace, the freedom that you want to feel can also be felt by your ancestors because they're living through you. Can you do something different? I know you're scared. I know you're like, man, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. That's fine. That's fine. The how is not up to you. Okay. The how is not up to you. You have your why. Now you just need to take action. But this Ace of Pentacles is here for you. It's waiting for you. It's definitely here for you. Look at the Queen of Pentacles coming out again at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's pull you a Book of Doors, at least one card. I think it will be okay. I didn't want to shuffle that one card. I had Tahuti out because I wrote on it, and sometimes I gotta let it dry or else it'll smudge. What's this? You got Sokar, unchangeability, and you have the Philosopher's Stone. No lie, before I started this reading, I was reading up on Tahuti, and pretty much it's almost like once you obtain the Philosopher's Stone, it's like Tahuti has a certain ability where, like when it's paired with the caduceus, and the symbol of the caduceus is 3 points, right? But Tahuti represents 4 points, four actions. And when I saw that, I automatically thought, oh, root, sacral, solar plexus chakra. Once you have those in alignment, then the door open to you for higher wisdom and guidance, which is the heart. And he has that 4th one. But that's also like once you can distill your experiences and to see which direction you're going to now, which is no longer depending on people. And now it's about interdependence, collaboration, working with others, healing yourself so you could be safe enough within yourself and within other connections to collaborate with people, collaborating with the right people, to be able to trust yourself to collaborate with the right people. Then you could get to that Philosopher's Stone. And now we got the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, to write. Sasheta at the bottom of the deck is here. And this is, look how all the seven chakras, I'm it's hilarious. All the seven chakras to me is represented in this. This is writing out. This is the keeper of records. This is writing out what it is that you want to create in your life. Okay. This is literally rebuilding, creating, being creative from your heart's desires. Okay. This is the soul card, the first card that we pulled out. This is a lot about a time of darkness where your energy is trying to attune itself. It's like, do you still want to do the same things or do you want to do something new? This is a great opportunity right now, okay? When you pull out soul card, this is an opportunity to plant new seeds. It's in the darkness when you fear what's next, but don't wait for the light to turn on. Create the window. Create the light yourself, because the light is actually within you. Let your heart shine to see what it is that you really want to do. And I know it's kind of challenging to think about creativity when you feel like your root chakra, like you can't be in sacral chakra when you feel like your root chakra, which is right underneath it, is destabilized. But there is something about, I feel like your solar plexus, which is the sun, your soul will guide you. Like right now is like in a dope time. Like whenever things goes awry, even when COVID happened, so many people became successful. They went out on their own. They changed their entire life and they're happier right now. This is another one of those times during this shutdown right now. And for you to get the Philosopher's Stone, reaching the enlightenment, reaching your enlightenment, okay, the distillation of experiences, like I said, this is a success and transformation. This is your body of light. This is your Merkaba field, literally is activated to take you wherever you want to go right now and to not be in fear. It's like choosing love or fear. That is where you are right now. And they want you to choose love. They want you to choose love. Okay, right now, write your next steps, write what it is that you want to do, release codependency from anything or anyone, people, places, or things that is keeping you dependent on them and that is not allowing you to bet on yourself, to trust yourself, to do something different. This isn't going to be for everyone. This won't be for everyone, and not everyone, unfortunately, is going to hear the message. But if you do hear the message, this is for you. Share this with a family or a friend. See if it could support them in activating something in their energetical frequency, in their minds, if this can activate some type of mind shift. Because I feel like that's where the change is going to happen, and it's going to be super supportive for you. It may not be for everyone to get this. I'm not here to reach billions of people. If it does, great. But how many of those billions of people are actually going to put it into practice, right? They always talk about the 1%. Be the 1%. I truly hope this video came to you at the right time. I actually just found out that that's been going on. This shutdown has been going on for about 3 weeks now. But it is in alignment. If it's in alignment for you, and this is when you find this video, this is for you. Be part of that 1%. Choose love, not fear. You got this. You have nothing to fear. You're never alone. It's all a lie and an illusion. For real.